Hello, and welcome to Grug Gaming, and welcome back to our playthrough of Dominions 4. As you remember in our last turn, we set up to attack the province of Almond Forest with these unknown monkey beings in it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and begin our assault. Looks like we finished some of our research as well. Let's take a look and see what we finished up. With level 1 of Conjuration, we're going to be able to summon in some very basic creatures, kind of build up our armies without having to spend gold for it. Nice thing is that some of these creatures, such as the Black Servants, gets us into some magical creatures that are difficult to attack. These guys right here give us scouts that we can send throughout as well. Let's take a look and see how everything went down in the Battle of Almond Forest. So here's our battle line, and here's what we're up against. Looks like we've got one of their commanders. It seems to be a heroic neutral character. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Also, we have some of their warriors. No armor to speak of, no protection. About human stats for everything else, low morale. And their archers, about human stats across the board, but again, no armor to speak of. So once we get into combat with them, I doubt we'll have much to worry about. Let's see what happens. Wave is already running, and you can see how the minute we come into contact with them, they just start to melt away. And now all that's left is really the archers, and there they go. Take a look, see if we lost anybody. Oh, let's take a look and see if we lost anybody. We had 0 losses in that battle. Took out the entire province worth of enemies. Now that we moved over, we can also see that it looks like the first nation we're probably going to go to war with is going to be this purple nation right here. And it looks like that's Nerzeroth. Now again, this is that unit comes from Helheim, and they have flying troops, illusions. With flying troops, we need to make sure we're protecting our back, that our commanders are protected. We don't want anybody sneaking in behind and attacking during battle. Looks like they also have blood magic. Lots of magic paths. I'm kind of worried about fighting them. I've never seen them before on the battlefield, so I don't know what we're looking at. Looks like a little bunch of surf warriors, nothing to worry about there. I'm going to go ahead and send our scout to take a look over here and see what's happening in this territory of theirs. I'm not going to move forward with these guys yet, because we still have 90 units in that territory. I just don't think we can take that. Back here, again, we had our troop farrier unit. So let's go ahead and grab everybody that we've recruited. And what I'm going to do as well is in this province that he's going to move into, I'm going to recruit some neutral units. It looks like we could get some light cavalry, some militia, or some heavy cavalry. Let's take a look at what our stats look like. Militia, not that great defense, not that great protection. Against regular troops, they're not bad at all. But light cavalry, much better defense skill. Again, protection, not much better. They do have a javelin to attack with, it looks like. Heavy cavalry, pretty nice, but you can see how expensive these people are. And as you can see, because we're in a province that doesn't have one of our fortresses, we're not drawing in all those extra resources, so we can't recruit as many people. But we're going to need some extra guys in here, so let's go ahead and spend some gold and just grab some militia that we're going to use as chaff to throw in front of our more expensive units. I'd like to continue marching up north to take territories. That way we can start continuing to increase our income throughout the game. So we're going to go ahead and check our recruitment here. Resources that we're not spending yet. We're going to go ahead and get another magician. We're going to go ahead and up here as well. I just need troops at this moment. We're going to take a look and see what options we have for recruitment here. So here we have these Lion Tribe warriors. Very chaff. They're on discipline, which means we can't even tell them what to do in a battle. They'll just basically rush forward and attack. Looks like we also have their archers. And if we look in the territory next to them, we have more militia available. Now these actually are light infantry, a little bit better than militia, a 9 protection instead of 5, a little bit better defense skill, better armed. But in a territory where we don't have a lot of resources, we just can't recruit enough of these guys to make them worth it. So we're going to do another backup commander from up north. Let's grab one of these guys. And then we're going to recruit, as the Romans did, from one of our new provinces, a large number of warriors. They're on discipline, they're not trained in our Roman ways, but they will give us a small army to kind of move north with. So we'll go ahead and take these troops that we've picked up over. We have our recruitment happening in all of our territories. And I'm debating whether I want to go ahead and add in any extra leaders. I don't see any that I really would like to add at this time to kind of ferry troops around. I'm also looking to see what our magic options are. As you can see in this territory we took over, if we were to build a laboratory here, we'd be able to go ahead and recruit the Lion Tribe Witch Doctors. That would give us some earth magic that we could add in that we might not be able to get from our regular troops. I don't believe... No, nobody here. I also noticed that we found a magic site, the Academy of War, that we can enter into to add combat training, to add experience to our troops. We're going to hold off on that for right now. We've got our troops moving. We finished our research and building. We do need to take our one mage here who performed that constructing that bow last turn, put her back onto research to increase our research points. And I think we're ready to go ahead and advance another turn. Alrighty. Now that we've advanced another turn, I'm keeping track of this throne and seeing if I'm seeing the number of troops decrease at all. Now that we've moved over, it looks like they don't have a lot of defense, and it looks like they came down from the north. So as I expand this direction, I'm going to run into them up here as well. So that's going to become a problem. We're going to have to go to war with them, and I think we're going to do that pretty soon. It looks like we've also come up against this nation here, and let's see which nation that one is. That was Baratos. It's like ocean sailing mercenaries, it looks like. So we're going to have to decide pretty soon who we want to go to war with first. And I'll tell you what, based on the fact that I really don't want to fight these guys yet, I think I'd rather go to war in the north. So we've got some province defense here. I'm going to go ahead and pull Bob and Bert back. bump this province defense up. Oh, it's going to be these guys. Oh, that's a big letdown. They are soft and squishy. We're going to spend a bit of money here. Ooh, I really don't want to abandon. I'm going to change my mind on that. We're going to leave that province defense there. But Bob and Bert, they're going to stay put. And I'm actually going to go ahead and have Bert construct a building. I'm going to have us build a castle. It's 1,000 gold, quite a bit. This is going to give us another place that's drawing in resources everywhere, a place to recruit troops, because I want to be able to start sending troops from here up north, and we'll use this to recruit our troops down here in the south. Let's go ahead and take what we have over here. We need to make sure we pick up our militia while we're moving. And up here in the north, we're going to recruit some more of these guys. Move our one new commander over to pick those guys up. We're going to continue to recruit our heavier infantry here in the south. And we need to continue to add magic. So we have our research going. You can see our dominion is spreading. It looks like we're going to have one more turn of just movement, and then we're going to be in some combat here in a minute. So let's end that next turn. I really don't like that we're stuck between these two powerhouses, and I want to avoid fighting them. Oh! We'll go over that in a minute. So we've completed some more conjuration research. Now that we've finished here, we have a lot more options. Now, one thing you have to remember, we don't have any earth gems yet. You can see that this takes fire gems, luckily. We can summon some fire ants. But some of these other powers we won't be able to do because we don't have the gems for it yet. We're going to be looking for those soon. Pelagia, looks like they've chosen a prophet. And looks like poor Bill, who was out looking around, he got caught. Now that means that his stealth level was not good enough for the province defense. Oh, this is scary. So he's going to get caught and die. I'm not too worried about Bill. We should have set him to run away from battle. He may have made it. But what I am going to do is let's take a look at what we're up against over here. So they have their hell herding. These guys have experience. Here's the skill I'm worried about, their glamour. Cast illusion, making them difficult to hit. This is what I'm concerned about us having to fight. Looks like those are some sacred units. Hugin the Prophet. It looks like there were multiple units because of his skill. So that's actually their prophet. Looks like he has a little bit of death. We can look at their bless, and we can see that they're getting morale +1, death weapons on dying +10. I think this means that their god went heavy death. Like, I think you need to have the highest level of death magic to have that be your bless. So that's kind of interesting to note. Probably, yeah, we've got probably going to see a lot of weird undead out of this army, I would imagine. Van Hers, this is one of their unit leaders. It's like a mounted holy leader. And then up here, looks like some archers, some wolf tribe warrior. These are just barbarians they picked up along the way. And then some basic warriors, spear and shield. I'm not worried about them. These guys, however, could ruin our day. I'm pretty sure that Bill's not going to make it. Run, Bill. Aw, Bill. That was very sad. We'll mourn you, Bill. You're the first person we cared about to die in battle here. Well, now that we know what we're facing over here, and I'm deciding I really don't want to, I am going to push even harder to the north. So let's go ahead and come up with our battle plan in the next episode of Dominions 4 with Gaming with Grug. Thank you very much, and we hope to see you next time for our next episode.